Students are using artificial intelligence to generate texts for their assignment papers and reports. What are universities and colleges doing about this? From my current and former colleagues, I've been hearing about a lot of solutions and potential solutions. Let me list them here for you. Some of them are quite interesting. See what you think about them. Number 1, a set of legal solutions are being actively sought right now. Lawyers at the legal affairs departments of many universities are busy working on this. And the reason for this is, if we want to punish students for using AI-generated content for their assignment papers, there must be a legal basis for it. In other words, if we want to call the use of AI-generated content as a form of plagiarism or academic misconduct, we must first establish it as such. This is why lawyers and universities' legal departments are working hard on this right now. We know this because some of them have gone on television to talk about the progress they've made so far. So there is this potential legal solution being put together. Number 2, another potential solution is to intensify the supervision process of students' writing of their papers and reports and essays, etc. The idea here is that the professor or lecturer or instructor must very closely supervise and monitor the process of their students' writing. I want to see your initial draft. I want to look at how you improved on that and how you revised your writing and how all the changes that you have made to the drafts eventually led to the final paper. This would, at least to some degree, force students to write their paper themselves instead of using AI to generate it. But of course, this would also mean a lot of hard work and increased workload. So whether this is feasible, we'll see. Another potential solution is that professors are calling for AI content detectors and plagiarism checkers to be combined. As I talked about in my previous video, at the current time, AI content detectors do not check for plagiarism, and most plagiarism checking programs cannot detect AI-generated content that well. So universities are calling for the two to be combined, which is the third potential solution here. And in fact, Turnitin has just announced that they are adding AI content detection in their plagiarism software just a few days ago. So this is being worked on, and chances are, in the very near future, all plagiarism checkers will also check for AI-generated content. Number 4, another potential solution is that, and some universities have already done this, which is they block sites like ChatGPT on university campuses. So if you're using a university computer or if you're accessing the internet via university Wi-Fi connections, these websites are blocked. This may be a temporary short-term remedy, but I do see from the news that some universities and colleges are doing this. Number 5, universities are considering banning the use of AI-generated content in their official university regulations, such as student charters, teaching and examination regulations, or academic code of conduct. Now, obviously, adding this regulation to the official policies may not stop all students from doing this, but at least it serves as the policy basis for potentially sanctioning students who are caught doing it. Number 6, similarly, some universities are considering having students sign a declaration that they did not use AI to generate any content in their assignments when submitting their work. Some of the universities where I was previously employed, for example, always had students include a signed DOW, a declaration of own work. Some are now calling for that DOW to also include an article or a provision in there about AI. Number 7, another potential solution is to use more oral exams, so defenses and presentations and pitches and things of that nature. Because for the purpose of this discussion here, at this time, universities are primarily concerned about AI that generates textual content. So some professors are calling for more assessments to be done in the form of defenses and presentations where students can be questioned on the spot about their learning and their work. I can certainly see this being a potential solution. And along the same vein, some are proposing to have students write their essays or papers in a controlled environment where they cannot access AI. For example, this could be done in a lecture hall on campus or a rented sports hall near campus where study materials on paper are allowed, but no electronics and no access to the internet. So it seems like universities will need to arrange a lot of space and a lot of invigilators. Number 9, educate students on the importance of creativity, originality, and integrity. This may sound a little wishy-washy, but the idea is, instead of trying to eliminate possibilities of students using AI, educate them directly on why using AI-generated content for assignment papers is not a good idea. Only this some argue would solve the real issue in the long term. What do you think? Will this work? I doubt it. I mean, we've been educating students forever that cheating is wrong, but there are always those who cheat, especially if cheating is so easy and sanction is so light. But anyway, number 10, what about faculty members? It's been reported now that professors and lecturers and instructors are also using AI-generated content in their work. For instance, professors use ChatGPT to write course descriptions and course teasers about the courses they teach. AI can also generate teaching materials and general feedback to students. How are these things regulated? Potential policies and solutions are also being sought here. It is not just students who could potentially engage in misconduct. Alright, and before I end this video, one little extra thing. In my previous video, I talked about how some forms of student academic misconduct could be very difficult to detect and prove. Plagiarism may be easy to detect, but data fabrication and falsification can be hard to detect and prove. Ghostwriting is really hard to detect and prove. Now I remembered one more ingenious way of cheating that I encountered in my previous work. We had a master's student who simply took a research paper in Chinese. It was a Chinese paper. He Google translated it, edited a little bit, and submitted it. And our plagiarism checking software identified it as original work because, of course, there was no duplicated text, there was no cutting and pasting, it was just so very clever. I mean, there's no other word for it. Some cheaters are quite clever. Nevertheless, what do you think about all this? Let's see in a couple of years which of these potential solutions have been widely implemented by universities and colleges and other schools in general. Because in fact, it is not just college students who are using AI-generated content for papers and reports. Middle school and high school students are doing it too. So apparently, this is not an issue which is only relevant for higher education. Alright, that's it for now. Please leave your thoughts and comments down below. Thanks for watching this Ranywayz random video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.